Progress.
Okay, good morning and welcome to the Board of Assessors meeting of Friday, October 10th, 2025. My name is John Bullion and I'm the chair of the board. In accordance with the open meeting law, at the beginning of the meeting, I must disclose to attendees whether the meeting is being recorded. This meeting is being broadcast via Zoom and is being recorded for publication, later viewing, and administrative purposes. Also, after notifying the chair, any person may make a video or audio recording of the meeting or may transmit the meeting through any medium, subject to reasonable requirements of the chair as to the number, placement, and operation of equipment used, so as not to interfere with the conduct of the meeting. Please let me know now so that I can make that announcement as well. Thank you. Is there anybody, there's nobody here in our meeting room? Is there anybody online?
No.
Okay, so public comment, there's nobody online or nobody on the meeting. So I would look to approve the minutes of September 18th, which we have a copy in front of us. Let's take a moment to go through them.
Just out of curiosity, are these meeting notes, meeting minutes
Yeah.
available to the public?
Yes,
To get posted, yeah.
But what about the executive session?
not the executive session.
I'm not saying anything, but
Right, and generally, the reasoning is that we discuss as a normal part of our executive sessions, what might be considered confidential financial information of both residential and business.
And also litigation.
And litigation,
It's
right?
also litigation.
That's right, it's all for litigation.
Mhm.
Yep. So, any questions on the minutes, or are we ready for a motion to approve them?
so moved.
Second?
Aye. Now, I know we do have an appointment coming in. We're early. I guess, are there any general discussion that we can, not to go off topic on, on our agenda, anything in general, just to report to the board with respect to, we've got scheduling coming ahead. And we could also talk about, because when we go into executive session, we will not be returning to open session. Any future meetings that you would look at to schedule, we can discuss right now.
We could do about a month away, because after this, we won't really have there aren't any more abatements, and I'll be getting ready for classification hearing.
Well, might there be, but there could be some other settlement discussions that we have with.
There could be. So far, these are all the settlement requests I've received.
Okay. That we'll be discussing in executive.
Yes.
Let's look at our dates.
As far as, yeah, I think you said the sales, when does that get uploaded?
So
That's
my
going
goal is to do that today.
Today.
So by today, the sales will be uploaded to the state, have them
Great.
approved. From there, once they're approved, I'll be able to go in and get all of the data that I've collected over the years to start the classification here documents.
Okay. And about roughly when does the, do we have the
The date for
well, the whole database, like what we are proposing, or what's the
it.
proposed
Like I say,
value?
once I get two things approved from the state,
Yeah.
then I can go ahead and tell you what we're proposing.
Okay,
It all depends on what they're accepting.
but about how long does that usually take, or is that?
We're getting it in
process?
pretty early.
Yeah,
Mid-October, towards the end of October is when all the cities and towns start doing it, which
Okay.
the DOR does not like. So us getting it in this early is great. Maybe
okay,
the turnaround will be a week or so.
Alright.
Maybe. And I'm gonna tell them when we propose our classification date so that it could be even quicker, because once those documents start going in, they all need to be approved before. I don't know if I could say the date yet out loud, but
Okay.
before that hearing
Okay.
date.
Do we want to look at the,
I'm sorry, you say you're in discussions about when to have the classification,
We already.
give a
Yeah.
tentative day of work.
Yeah.
Or,
do we want to consider either October 30th, Thursday morning, October 30th, or Thursday morning, November 6th? And from a planning standpoint, should we have a need to have it up?
Yeah,
Yeah,
sounds
we
good.
got either 3 weeks or 4 weeks out. And when are we preparing for the classification to go to the select?
We have a proposed date, Can I say it?
Yeah, you can say that.
Okay.
Yeah.
The 25th, November 25th.
Okay,
So we definitely need to meet before the classification hearing, going over, all the documents that will be presented. So I think October 30th, and then a date close to the 25th.
fine. So let's set up the 30th, and then, on the 30th, we, depending upon where we are at that time, we can set another meeting date. Okay, prior to the 25th. Okay, yeah, no, that's fine. Actually, that's actually kind of early, on the classification.
That's
Usually
the
it's
goal.
always December.
And
That means we could
every
get,
year DOR makes an announcement, please do not wait that
Right,
late. So I'm very happy that we're
yeah,
able to.
no, I think that's great. And that means, absolutely tax bills will get out on time.
Yes.
Yep.
Mhm.
So, okay, okay,
So
so we're
let's
looking
just-
at October 30th?
Yeah.
At 9:30. Okay,
A potential date for the 20th?
November 20th. We could do that,
The classification, that's the select board one in the evening then?
correct, that's
Yes.
the 25th.
25th.
Right, right.
Yeah.
I was making sure that that's what we were talking.
Okay, so we also want to hold November 20th for assessors meeting. Got that, Mike?
I was just trying to check out if I've got a conflict. Can you say that again?
October 30th for the first one.
Oh, yeah, I've got that in.
Okay, and
And then
November
no-
20th.
I have an 8:15 doctor's appointment, so, and that's at the Faulkner.
I'll say 10. Give you a
Yeah,
little more
yeah,
time.
yeah. I mean, I should make 9:30, but. 10.
Okay, let's say 10. Let's post it for 10 o'clock on the 20th then. Okay, and then November 25th, the evening of November 25th at the select board meeting.
Usually it's at 6 or 7.
Well, they start the meeting at 6. I would imagine they would look to have us on early in the meeting, but they still have process that they have to go through at the 6 o'clock start. So I probably would expect us to get on, if they get us on early, which they usually do, maybe by 6:30.
Okay.
Okay, but I'll leave that up to you and Miles to work out.
What time is that?
November 25th, the select board starts at 6 o'clock. That's our annual classification hearing. And that would put us on, I would expect 6:30, 7.
That's probably 2 days before that's Thanksgiving.
It
week.
is.
That is 2
Yeah.
days before Thanksgiving, yeah.
Well, in a way,
Eventually.
gets it out of the way then.
It does get out of the way before Thanksgiving, but it's so stressful, it's like, oh
Yeah,
my
yeah.
gosh. But next year, we'll try to do it earlier.
Yeah,
Okay, so
I'm gonna
November
try
20th,
to
10 o'clock.
this year.
Okay, we're waiting for John at 45. He should be here any minute.
Oh, no, yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
members.
I hear John. Yeah. And for those viewing or those watching this on replay, but the reason why we're waiting is we have a citizen, a taxpayer appointment coming in at 9:45. And then after that, we will move into executive session after we hear from the taxpayer. Did you see him Schlittler pitch the other night?
Oh, no, I didn't,
Yeah.
but that was.
Yeah.
That was fantastic.
Just unbelievable. Yeah.
Yeah.
You leave it open, Julie.
Mm. Who's Janet?
Let's see. How is Janet? You be the judge.
Oh jeez, that's so beautiful. Look at the mega head. Caesarean?
No.
Oh, okay, because Emma came out with a mega head. She has a mega head anyway.
Yeah, but that's 7 months.
Yeah.
7 months. I
Yeah.
mean, they
Yeah.
grow.
Yeah.
He was born at 8/11. He's now, but it's not here.
No, he still has a few minutes.
Yeah.
before.
He's born at 8/11.
According to
22.
this clock, at least.
I gotta tell you, real life,
Yeah.
you know, he's a solid kid.
Go.
Don, we are ready for you.
Really?
Have a seat. Thank you.
And it goes in, it is so.
Madam,
great
how
to
are
see
you? How are you, how's your brother?
It's good.
Hi,
Mike,
Wait,
we spoke on the phone.
again, I spoke on the phone with you?
Yeah.
When?
I don't know, you're the one who, I don't know, you said you don't use email and I said, even my mom uses email and you said, call your mom.
Yeah.
That sounds like you, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Any of that.
I told
okay,
you.
just so everybody knows, we're on live.
Yeah.
We're on live. You can look up.
I regularly call my mom now, so.
And so,
So I said, oh, I meant, yeah, I didn't show any disrespect, I meant. No, God bless you, you still have her.
That's how I took it.
That's how I mean
That's how I
that.
took it.
Yeah, exactly.
okay, so
Okay,
welcome.
so I'm on TV?
You're on TV. Yeah. Yeah, you're on TV.
All right. Okay, so what are we talking about first? Go ahead.
I enjoyed watching Camp Shortwood pitch the other night.
Oh, God, that was so beautiful,
Unbelievable, unbelievable.
beautiful.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
the whole family, I mean, they
Yeah.
played Legion Ball.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
Michael,
Yeah.
I don't have
Yeah.
to say anymore. And I don't wanna sound, but I've always said Legion Ball is almost like the Cape League.
Very, very, very few kids.
So
Make it
proud,
to the majors. It's
so
unbelievable.
beautiful, it
Yeah.
really was. I mean, I don't have to tell you.
Yeah.
Who I was rooting for, I think everyone.
Yeah, but when he left in the 6th, I switched the channels.
Yeah.
I'm not staying with the Yankees. Okay, sorry, anybody that watches this,
Yeah,
nobody's
let's,
on, but yeah, okay, let's get to, so. Okay, let's talk about the properties that you want to talk about for, okay?
We'll talk about, why don't we go to my 5-family at 23 Highland Terrace.
Okay,
And then we'll talk about 16 Highland Terrace across the street.
okay.
That's the 3-family.
And we're gonna take like 15 or 20 minutes, because
Yeah.
then we have other work that we need
Right.
to do as well, and so Julie, can we stay on live and bring it on the screen? Or do we have to?
I'm going to try to finagle
Okay.
that right now as.
Island Terrace.
Was it 25 Highland Terrace?
23.
23.
23 Highland Terrace, a 5-family.
Yeah.
That falls under multi, which is 4 to 8 in the town of Needham. There's very few.
Yeah.
Okay, and then there's 16, which is a 3-family,
16.
Highland Terrace,
Yeah.
which is a 3-family. There's a little bit of, there's a little more 3-families in Needham. There's more illegal 3-families than there is legal. Okay, so I popped up with the 4 families in the town of Needham. And every one of them,
23 Highland first.
okay, we'll do 23 Highland first,
And the ones
which-
you're
which one's Julie
comparing
getting to?
are legal.
legal.
You said 23.
Were you able to keep the connection?
So.
Okay, great. Yep, great. Oh, okay, that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we'll be talking about things that, John, I just want to, reiterate that you're here, you're meeting with us, we have to meet public session with you. So any information, be cognizant of providing anything that might be considered of confidential nature.
So
Okay,
don't say anything that would be confidential.
well, it's your choice, I mean, we can talk ourselves in executive, but when we have you come before us, we have to talk and
Okay.
So just know that anything you say is
being
being
recorded.
broadcast, even though
Right.
we don't think too many people watch these, but
Let me just tell you.
theoretically, they could see it.
Out of respect to Mo, I used to say to Mo, planning board was never on TV. And when I didn't like something that was happening, I'd say, Mo, I don't know why you're not on TV. And that would fire him up, okay, but he was very, very good.
Yes.
Mo, very, very good on the planning board. I don't have to say anymore. Took care of simplified things, okay.
Okay.
So I don't know how I have the liberty of being the most expensive per square foot on my two properties on Highland Terrace.
So we're
I've
looking
never been
at
so lucky.
an assessment that's more than luck.
Assessed
I-
for about $1 million.
But I also wanna say though, that we talked about the 23 one already and how it's gonna be moving forward.
Okay, so, well, just
So
to.
this is 23, correct?
Yeah.
Okay,
Correct.
so
And-
23 has you assessed at what, 1 million?
Yeah, we abated a portion of
A
it, so it's.
portion.
gonna
Okay,
be-
I didn't know, I don't have
Remember,
any of that
we're gonna-
info, yes.
we're gonna hold it
Oh,
Into 26.
And is this? a
23?
five-family?
Yes.
I thought we talked about 52 Wexford Street.
That one as well.
Okay, I haven't talked to you about 23. I was up till 4 o'clock in the morning doing this. I would have never done it had I known.
Then what we should do, John, is we should pass by the ones that we have abated and go to, did we abate 16? What did we do with 16? Then John, you should have a meeting with Julie and talk about 23 and 52.
Well, wait, do we have a record on this one of what?
What was abated?
What was done?
Right.
Okay, we can look at that.
23 per square foot is $153. It's not walk to downtown, walk to the train. It has a stone foundation like all the rest of these. But the closest one, I'm the highest in the town at $153 per square foot.
This is 23.
23, it's
Okay.
a 5-family.
Yep.
The apartments are 420 square feet each.
Okay,
But it's legally built as a 6-family in the 1800s. And at one point, if you're familiar with building, the smallest apartments would be on the first floor because there's a hallway that goes through. And the second floor apartments would be a little bit bigger, and the third floor apartments is a very small hallway, they're the largest. So they were so small when we had an industrial park that people didn't even want to rent them, that they combined the first floor into one unit. Okay,
Oh, okay.
so that made it a 5-family, but built as a legal 6-family. Okay,
And I see you have power in for 6 apartments.
well, that's a common, one of them's common.
Okay,
One of them's common, the hallways have to be common. So a 6-family would have 7. This is legally a 5-family now,
and there's no
And-
way of turning it back into a 6?
at one point. They had a room with a bath that someone would rent in the 70s. And Mr. Ginta said, there's no possible way, but you gotta remember, I have empty apartments right now. People don't want 440 square feet. Okay, they don't want it. That's when we had an industrial park, first industrial park in the nation, Needham. And people that worked in it lived there, they didn't have means, they didn't want a lot, it was simple.
Can we ask, what do you think is the value and what's the basis? Or how do you come up?
This
with
is
it?
what I did. I took an average of all the others here, I can show you. I averaged out the square footage and the assessments. And it came out to $95 per square foot. I'm fortunate enough to be at 153. Okay, 4 families on Marshall Street. That's walk to town, walk to the train.
Yeah.
Same thing. High Street. 3 family, walk to the train. I averaged those out per square foot. And it came out to $95 a square foot. That,
I mean, you paid about $500,000 for this in 2006, right? So 19 years ago?
if now we're gonna use the TV.
Yeah.
And I can't speak,
Okay.
but that's not what it was.
Okay,
And I'd be more than glad to talk to you after,
no, that's okay, all right.
okay? But yes, that was 2006. And,
And the valuation at the time in 2007 was.
well, you gotta understand what
506.
2006 was. In the business that I'm in, there's called buying high and buying low.
Mhm.
And preferably, I always like to buy low. And on that note, I'm gonna tell you what buying high is. Buying high is, there was a boom. 2006 was the George Bush boom. 2005, I purchased that 5 family, and that was 2006, 2005 was the 3 family. I paid high. That's all I'm gonna say. Ask me what I like to do best, buy low.
Right, right.
Okay, buying high, you have to use more years, way more years. The factor used to be 10%, that's long gone. You'd be lucky to do 5% today. The only reason why 5% is okay, because just a few years ago, 4 years ago, interest rates were 2%.
Right, what are you referring to when you say 5 and 10?
Payback,
Like, okay,
payback. Payback. There's a lot of work in there.
and by 5 versus 10, you mean 5 years versus 10 years or 5% versus 10%?
It used to be 10 years, gross.
Okay,
That's long gone. That's, 30 years ago.
So what was the previous valuation prior to the abatement?
You can't go by that. It's so bizarre.
529?
No, that was the previous years.
Hang on, I have it right
Yeah,
here.
no, Julie has.
According to the property card, 529,900.
It was
Yeah.
59,000 for the building. There you go. That's why I said you can't go by it.
Yeah.
I can't explain it.
Well, again, I don't think we should dwell on the building value versus the land value. Really what it comes down to is, what could you get for this property if you put it on the market? I mean, that's really a lot of what this is about.
So,
So you're really saying that nobody would pay,
Yes.
nobody would pay $1 million for this property?
Point
No?
one.
Rent's no warranted, 400 square foot. This empty. You're more than glad to come up and look. I offered to Julie. I have a 2-family with 400 square feet on each side. For a year, it's been empty. Mr. Nyden's in that business. He'll tell you, does anybody want 400 square feet? No. Could I rent it to a family with a child so they can get into the Needham school system at $75,000? Absolutely.
Talking about.
I'm gonna put on.
You can't live in it.
Mhm.
It's for one person. And that's how
That's the
small it
blue
is.
house.
Oh, okay.
It's the blue house, right?
Well, there's 8 of them on that road.
Right, there's a few of them, but just
There's-
specifically 15.
Right,
is-
this one here, this is empty, it's been
This is
empty for a
empty one.
year. You're more than welcome to come and look.
Okay, fine.
Go inside.
That's
Why has it been empty? Just because lack of
That's
demand?
15.
But these
Lack
16
of
is-
demand, it needs refurbishment,
or-
Let's, we know that.
and
And there's already a. land
there's no,
development.
there's nobody that call. Nobody, everyone wants it until they see the size of it. I mean, that's a two-family.
Yeah, and you're advertising it for what?
Oh, we would like to get $1,400 a month, okay? Now you gotta remember, right off the bat, $300 goes right to taxes. Okay, so that's $1,100. And then there's the upkeep, maintenance. I have to pay the insurance anyways.
You have to pay the taxes anyway.
I'm sorry,
Right,
I
you
have
have
to
that
pay the
pay
taxes,
count,
yeah.
yeah.
I'm sorry,
You can go online, see
which one
that.
are we talking about?
Well,
right
I'm
now?
talking about, I could talk about them all, but we're talking, they brought up this one here. This is 15, I'm talking. This
I
is,
thought we started at 23 and 16.
we're talking about 23
And 16, I thought, or.
and 16, that's across the street.
Yeah.
And then this here, this is also one we're talking about. This here, the property, the building is assessed for $133,000, the whole side of the street where they are, it's that. That's under 1,000 square feet. Today, I could reproduce that, it would be brand spanking new for less than $133,000. So it's a 1960 property that's 65 years old. And I'm paying taxes on it as if it's assessed for, as if it's brand new. And
Well,
I
this-
wouldn't say 577 is anywhere near something brand new here in Needham. I wouldn't,
for this here,
for 15.
I'm talking about just the actual structure.
The building itself.
Right.
yes.
And
Yeah.
that's at 133.
And you know, I understand what you're saying, well, could you sell it for that? Let me make sure you understand, everyone here. There's plenty of families that would buy that. Throw in their workers. And is that what you want?
No, what I'm
Okay.
saying is,
And,
I just
and
want,
use it as an address to put their kids in the Needham school system? You don't think I've had those phone calls?
I'm sure.
What
You
would
don't think-
happen if you turned it into a one family? I think,
How many are in this one?
Two.
This
Well,
is-
because at a one family, you could probably get 26.
Not a chance. Now it's 900 square feet.
Okay.
It's the same thing. It's the same thing as, like I said, there's plenty of people who rent it for all the wrong reasons that you wouldn't wanna know about.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so their kids can get into the Needham school system. So their workers, they put, 6 people in there. I mean,
We're on TV.
I know that.
Wow.
I'm just saying that
So for this one, what would be your fair value? What do you feel?
I'm not asking for a lot, okay? But I think it's assessed for $50,000 too much. And I don't wanna go to Boston.
Okay. And then for 23 Highland, you were saying that you felt it was fair to be around 95 per square feet.
That's, I'm just saying to you, you're more than welcome to look at all this.
Yeah,
I did the
no, I have all
research.
of that,
yeah.
yep.
I did it. The average is $95 per square foot of structure. Now, keep in mind, 3/4 of those are downtown Needham. Is downtown Wantagh Needham worth more than on 128?
Yes.
Right
Yeah.
there.
Although usually the square, it's not linear though with like square foot, right? I mean.
Well, if you took out the hallways,
I mean, if you got a kitchen and a bedroom and some living area.
it,
If you had if you had 10% more living area, it's not necessarily 10% more,
Right, that's correct.
yeah, right?
everyone wants more. These are at a, people are avoiding them, to be honest with you. You know, they're not walked to town. They're on a postage stamp. I didn't bring up the fact, I mean, that land, for some reason, is at a,
What's the parcel? Square footage?
3,000 square feet. That land, oh, here's Zillow. I brought a Zillow in for 15. Zillow's pretty good. That's at 538. Okay, and we're assessed at 15 is how much? 577. You know what I mean? Bless you.
16 was the next one?
16, yes. So 15 Highland Terrace's land, 3,000 square feet, is at 444,000.
Which one's that, 15?
Yes. Pull it
But-
back up.
23, which is the same amount of land, is 500.
But John, first thing, I
Right.
just wanna check Zillow, because they usually
Yeah.
have a range as well, but at 539,000 versus the 577. One of the things that we always apply, and you'll find ATB does as well, is the 90 to 110% rule. Is it, you know, it's gotta be within the 90 to, it should be within the 90%.
Yeah.
To 110% of fair market value. So at 538, it's certainly within 577, even though it's higher,
Right.
it's still within the range that we look at for, is it reasonable? Is it reflected fairly from a valuation standpoint? So,
I would say on that note,
yeah,
Zillow doesn't take into effect it, I don't think it's like the Needham aspect. If it was anywhere else, closer to Boston,
yeah,
that would be a plus. People would take 400 square feet of land, of apartment to be in Brighton, okay? This isn't Brighton, this is Needham.
And that's why it's more.
Well, you would think, Needham is more
I'm
because of the
100%
school.
positive. about
Hang
that.
on, you're 100% right, that's because they want to get into the Needham school system,
Yeah, everybody.
everybody, like I
The
said.
trainees is filled with people like that. That's a positive thing.
There's no question about it, but the 400 square feet doesn't get it's too small to actually rent like that.
Yeah.
It's a savings to the town of Needham. It's like, I don't understand the business zone being double tax rate when they don't send it, what are they getting from the town of Needham? They have to shovel their sidewalks. They're not sending any kids to the biggest expense that there is,
Right.
the school system. But they're paying the burden. All you have to do is look at downtown Needham versus Wellesley. Wellesley's one of the top 10 best downtowns in the state of Massachusetts. It's up like Chatham. Belmont. Needham could be like that. The developer on Muzzy Motors. That's why he's changed it from a development to housing. Housing's half price, so now we'll get more housing, more kids in the school system that we can't afford already. With another new override coming up. You have to draw the line somewhere.
Yeah, but just as you
Which is-
probably know, we're not a policy
Correct.
place, we're an implementation.
Right.
place. So
All I'm
our
looking
purpose here
for, right,
is to decide what is a fair market value for each property
right.
and
I'm just looking for the same as my constituents here have gotten. And I didn't come, I was being, I averaged them out and it came to $95. But I'm assessed, I don't know why, I'm so high. I should, like be lucky and buy lottery tickets, I'm not sure.
There is, I call it a cover charge to come into Needham. And in my opinion, you're right at that point, that you can't get into Needham for anything less. And I'm looking at it as a 900 square foot, not as two apartments.
Right.
Let's jump over to 52 Wexford. Okay, because
52 Wexford's been decided on as well.
Right,
16 Highland.
16 Highland Terrace,
yes.
okay,
That's the same basic concept as the one across the street.
And again, the thing says it was bought for 560 in 2005
Boom. Boom,
with a,
George Bush boom,
Yeah, that was
Hey.
the highest,
that was the highest
and then,
crash.
right, but it's come back. Like a crazy banshee.
well,
The rents don't reflect it.
residential's up 50% the last 5 years. I bet.
And the
Second
rental
floor
is
apartment.
also,
You're, let me just tell you, I'll give you a little bit of history there. Second floor apartment, year and a half. Tenant not paying. Year and a half to get them evicted, $15,000 in legal fees. It stayed empty for a year, I couldn't rent it, okay? And finally, we rented it. There you go.
okay, so this is, which one
That's
did you,
16 Highland Terrace.
which one do you have up, Julie?
16.
16, okay,
So-
and 16 is at 1023.
2, 3. Yeah, and I only had a 23% increase from the year before. Rather than the average.
When you bring that up, I don't, here it is right here. $23. $16 is at $144 per square foot. That falls in the same category as the 3 to 6s. With the average was $95 a square foot. This hasn't had anything other than windows done on it in 2005. When it was purchased. They were original windows. But that's at $144 per square foot. And same thing, stone foundation, same era, but it's not walked down. And it's not on the train system. Which is huge. Hopefully,
What's the land square footage?
the land is at $82 per square foot.
How much land?
8157.
8157, okay,
it's a decent size lot.
it is.
The land value,
What do you have as the land value?
683, 773.
So you probably know this, they've got a couple tear downs. On Highland Terrace, don't they?
Oh, yeah, yes, John, they did a Netflix episode on that,
Oh, right,
nobody can tell
right.
you more about it than me.
Right, I saw that.
You saw that?
I watched that, yeah.
They never interviewed me, but I spoke to them the day the Attorney General was there. The day that the state police, Needham Police, the building
Did you say
inspector,
this?
No, I'm
it was banned,
Who was the?
John Sanovich,
John Sanovich, okay,
now,
it was a Netflix documentary.
but some criminal
I saw it,
lawyers.
yeah, but where he, I guess his property was placed into receivership. taken, he had been living there, and I guess there were questions as to the condition that he was living in. And he owned that property, and he owned a bunch of
He
properties.
owned five duplexes on the opposite side, on Riverside. And they all got purchased and they took all his money. And he's living somewhere.
For, what do you call it, trustee fees, legal
Oh, yeah.
fees,
Oh, yeah.
and, it was.
That could happen to anybody. Would happen to them. And so, because it's in court, they banned it from being on TV in the United States. You can't watch that, okay? They made a lot of money. There was a lot of money to be made there and stolen. So it's banned in United States. So if you go online to try to watch it, you'll see all the donations that go to John. They're from out of this country. Europe, Canada, all the people that get to watch what Mr. Bullion saw, and I've seen, they see it and feel bad and they donate money to him. Okay,
Is he still alive?
I think so. I
He
don't.
was,
I'm not
in a
sure.
nursing home, I think, or
Well,
someplace.
Something like that in
yeah.
Dedham.
Yeah, okay, yeah,
Help-
you gotta
help,
find
yeah.
that. I wanna find that again now.
Yeah.
I'll send you the,
Oh, okay, we
Here's a
need,
listing on Highland Terrace, conveniently located off Highland Ave near the Charles River. Enjoy all the cafes and shops on Needham Street and Highland Ave, a commuter's dream. Minutes to 128.95 on Route 9,
who's that?
67 Highland Terrace.
Really?
Also says across the street from a park, but
It's true.
although,
It's true.
Yeah,
although,
it's a beautiful park.
although my mom says that when she saw her house, the write-up for her house, she didn't even know it was her house. But- So we know real estate brokers are creative writers.
Okay,
But
we need to
right
call,
here.
But
yeah,
anyway.
we need to call this a wrap.
All right.
We have to, get into
You have some
executive.
other stuff you wanted to leave us,
I could leave you all.
in addition to this?
I could leave you all the.
Mike, one of you, yeah, exactly. I love it. Yeah, leave it for Mike. And he's going to crunch the numbers. Thank you. Appreciate it.
What's the address of the one that was a tear down?
We're talking tear downs in the 1992, little Ronnie tore two down over there,
Okay.
okay? Little Ronnie tore down two. And there, oh, and John Sanovich's house got torn down next to me.
I think all his houses got torn down.
What's that?
I think all his houses got
Oh,
torn down.
on Riverside, they all
Riverside,
got
yeah.
torn down,
Yeah,
yes.
they were
on
turned into
Riverside.
duplex condominiums.
So when it rains, they flood like, whatever.
Okay, we need to wrap, call it a wrap. We need to move along. And, okay, so John, do you want to get?
Anything you want to leave us?
Okay,
Feel free.
Yeah,
I'm going to.
Mike's.
Can I leave it to you, Mike, and
Sure.
I can get it back too?
Sure.
Right. Cause. If I have to go to Boston, I'm gonna need it all back.
Okay.
Not a problem.
And. This here. Oh, here's Marshall Street.
In fact, you just
Is
want to
this
get together
the-
with John. on
It's
it.
the same that you left for me,
Okay.
right? The same copies, cause I have the package. You had left a few on the last meeting and.
Might have
made
redone them
copies.
all, you know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
But I won't have any problem
Okay,
leaving them.
that's fine.
Okay.
I can make copies, sir.
It's fine, give him the package. We'll get a,
Go out in the hall, put it together.
yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly, you guys can
Move along.
move along, and if you want to look for that. The John Sanovich thing and send it to you.
Great. Okay, then I'm gonna ask for a motion to go into executive session. To comply with provisions of any general or special law specifically to discuss real estate and personal property exemption and or abatement applications which are not open to public inspection. Or to comply with the provisions of any general or special law specifically to discuss returns of property held for charitable purposes which are not open to public inspection. Or to discuss strategy with respect to litigation if an open meeting may have a detrimental effect in the government's litigating position. Do I have such a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Roll call.
I,
Aye. Thanks, John. Yeah, just knock on the door when you want to just hand this back into us.
Did you mention that we're not coming back?
Oh, not to return to open session prior to adjournment. Thank you.